Yeah, feel free to engage with me because we want both way conversations. Fine. So you might have used more than me as well. So we will also learn together. So it's not that only I know things. You guys know something, you have done it, feel free so that it is just a way by which we can share the knowledge. So have you guys from in the workplace or personal level, did you able to improve your productivity by using this AI tools? How much gain you are seeing? How much percentage improvement? Yeah, school. Yeah. So how do you use it? Hmm. Hmm. So you take a picture and do what? Mhm. So you take the picture and give it to ChatGPT. It reads the picture. Fine. Okay. Mhm. So you know how it able to understand your picture? Okay. Yeah. Have you guys? It is. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've used it many times. Personal level, like
Mhm.
Googling, I mean, kind of like finding out more information. But usually, like, I give it a role.
Yeah.
Like I'll say, like, assume, like, or like take the role as my instructor on this thing,
Mm.
and then, yeah, so like, it will just kind of list down whatever I need, whatever task that I kind of put through that system or that
Role play.
role play.
Persona.
Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, it will come up. But nowadays, like, I started changing something else. Like, I'll ask, okay, do you know about this? I'll ask questions. And if you know, like, let's say, for example, can you teach me a little, do you know anything about AI? It will say something. And then I'm like, okay, now put it in a way that, like, I can easily kind of like understand it.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'll be like, once I get the results that I want, I'll be like, can you write me the perfect prompt
Mm.
that gonna generate the same result regardless?
Okay. So you are asking ChatGPT to write a prompt.
Yep.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Hmm. Yeah. Copilot, ChatGPT, more or less similar. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. So, see, chat this you have OpenAI. Okay, they are the people who brought ChatGPT. Then Copilot is a Microsoft's product. Microsoft has invested a lot on OpenAI, so they are also using the same thing under the hood. OpenAI's. It is again a ChatGPT itself model. They are using it. Yeah. So Microsoft has bigger say with OpenAI. Yeah. Yes. So it is under the hood, they are the same. But you have, from Google, you have Gemini, which is a bit different. Then you have Anthropic Claude. Then you have Perplexity from different companies. Nowadays they are becoming somewhat specialized in doing different things. Clear. So we will go through some of this stuff. Maybe you guys join in. You know something more. We'll just give us so that we all collectively learn things. So if at all you have not downloaded, I have it so that we can complete the task sooner. I have already some prompts in this file. Please download this file and you can just copy paste, fine, and from there you can improve those things. Yeah, all three of them. The first one is the prompt engineering.txt. It has more of the prompts. The way that particular document is structured, we have a simple way of asking it, and you see the answer how you get it. Then we will improve it in my second version, and you see how the results change. Clear? So you might have seen, this is one of the technology which has grown so fast, right? It has become now, it is heading towards becoming like an electricity, wherein everybody will be using this no matter what, fine. You will be using ChatGPT or any other LLM one way or the other. So that's how it is becoming. It becomes part of your day-to-day stuff. So I was asking a question, right? How did you guys improve the productivity by using ChatGPT? What is your percentage improvement you have seen? About 30, 40%? 30, 40% improvement? Yeah, you see somebody is working at that speed, if you are a colleague, is working at 30% faster pace, he is able to understand and do the work. And if you don't use, what you are losing, right? So now you see already it is making waves in the job market. You are seeing that IT, one time it was at a high demand, now you see lower level jobs and people who have done masters and they are having tough time getting internship in software engineering. Yeah, one time it was highly paid, now you see, now people are using as a therapist. How many of you guys have used it as a therapist? ChatGPT? No? Okay. Now they call it as AI doctor. They are consulting ChatGPT for. You have done it? Yeah. They call it as AI doctor now. So they are asking questions. So ChatGPT is giving the diagnosis for them, and some people are using as a therapist. Fine. So that's where things are heading towards, right? So there is no escape, in short. Fine. So already we have covered some of the aspects of AI in our last session we had. So I will not be dealing more on the theoretical aspect of it today. It will be more of hands-on. So in case if you have not, anybody who has not attended the previous session we had? Okay, but you guys already know. So otherwise, we can give some briefs. We have done already what is AI, how AI works, internal working of AI, all those things we covered in our previous session. This session mainly, we had just given the file and we didn't explain how to use it. I thought some people will figure it out, we just left it. But many people responded in our group that they wanted me to just walk through those things. So the focus of this session is more of hands-on, just to make sure that you know how to use that sheet, because I have not made it very descriptive, I have kept it very simple. Okay. So if you guys have not downloaded, this is the file I'm talking about. Fine, it is present in github.com, rasys/training. Please download it. Prompt engineering PDF. So if you have downloaded, if you have a laptop, you can just copy paste, see the results. First one is simple. If you ask, okay, create a birthday message for my son, you see it is very vague prompt. Clear? You have not explained what is that, how old is he. So it will come up with an answer which may not be appealing you. Clear? So that's how it is. If at all you are using ChatGPT and you are not giving full context or information, you get vague answer. So what we are trying to do today is to guide the LLM. When I say LLM, is large language model. ChatGPT is one of them, okay? There are many, ChatGPT is one of them, that is the most popular. That doesn't mean that other companies don't have, they have their own product. Each company, Meta has its own product called Llama, then you have Perplexity, etc. So you see the first prompt is very, very simple, write a birthday message. You guys can try it out, you see the type of answer you get. Now, we refine this, we improve this, okay. Here we are telling that I want no longer 30 characters, okay, and he's turning 21. You see, you're giving more information. He's turning 21. I want the message to be more Islamic type, right? So here you see it is understanding you are a Muslim. So now it knows the context. Once it knows the context, you have a better framed answer. Like you see the first prompt and you see the more improved prompt. You see the difference, clear? So that's what this class is all about. How do we ask questions or ask better questions so that we get better or smarter answer so that we can make use of ChatGPT in much more productive way. Clear? So you can copy and paste the first one and see the results, and you can see the same thing with the second one, and you can compare both of them. For the people who are online, we are walking through prompt engineering. So, did you guys try both the prompts and you saw the results, how they differ? So once you finish the first one, we'll move to the second one. As we go on, we'll introduce little bit of complexity to that. So now the prompt is becoming new way of writing programs, okay? Because you can, with the prompt, you can make use of the prompt and you can ask many questions and even you can write programs. And brother here was telling that he was using it to generate test cases, okay? So you can also ask for code as well, yeah. So first example is focusing on making the prompt more descriptive. Yeah. If you have finished that, please let me know. We'll move to the next one. Yeah. Pardon? You need to run it through ChatGPT. You can use browser as well, no need to install. You can use it on the browser. You can go into chatgpt.com, just sign in, then use it. If you guys have not done it, you can use it on browser. You no need to install ChatGPT, and you can see the difference. GitHub, no need to sign in. It's public. Yeah, I think you need to accept it. Yeah. It is slow. Is it okay? Speed? Okay. Yeah, but only thing is, can you copy things easily? Okay, fine. If you are good in typing, you're okay. So if you see the pattern, you can get the pattern. In my second pattern, the way the prompt I'm doing is here, we are improving by giving examples. I give examples, okay? So it gets trained with my examples and it spits out based on my question and answer type of a thing. We give an example, it is training ChatGPT how I'm expecting the answer is. Now you see, the simple one is given title of the blog article, I want a subtitle. I give the title, I want ChatGPT to give me the subtitle. And again, you see, the first one is very simple. If you go to the next part, given the, here I'm giving an example. Cracking open OpenAI API is my title. I'm also giving the subtitle myself, a complete beginner-friendly introduction with sample code. I'm giving it, okay? I'm giving the title, I'm giving the subtitle as an example. Then, next thing when I ask, okay, prompt engineer is an art to get better answer. Now I want the subtitle to be given for my first article, title, clear? I gave an example, title, subtitle. And I am giving a new title and asking it to generate similarly subtitle. So now the answers will be much, much accurate. We are training ChatGPT based on our examples, okay? We give examples and based on that, it gives you the fresh answer. So here you see it is more, now if you do this, the answers will be tailor-made for your requirement. Any questions here? You tried the first one, you tried the second one, now it is becoming more specific. So in our third example, it is 0 shot and few shots. This is another pattern. Classify this hadith. Actions are judged by intention and every person will get what he has intended. Here, it was again a vague, simple. Now we are giving here few shots. If you see my improved version, here I'm giving an example here. You see that he who tells lies about me deliberately, is it sahih, daif, or it is wrong? I'm giving an answer there, clear? Here you see, I can't. So I'm giving the question and I'm giving the answer on the right hand side, okay? Say I'm giving the question and answer. If a fly falls into your drink, is it a daif? Whoever wakes up from sleep should wash his hands. Okay, I'm giving the answer in this. Okay, question and answer. Now I'm asking to classify a new thing. Actions are judged by intention. Now when we give that, it will give you better the way you want the answers to be. Clear? Here, in our next part, 5-time prayer. Here I'm giving, it is Farad or Sunnah or Haram. Question, answers. Question and answer. Clear? So we don't want big explanation on that. Just you classify for my question. I gave some example what I know. Now you do for the new ones. What I'm asking new ones, giving zakat once a year. Is it Farad? Is it Sunnah? It will classify for you. Okay? So you give examples, then give a new question, it will classify. Fine? So it will not be in the format what it feels it. Now it is coming out in the format what we want. Clear? Clear distinction. Then maybe it will give some small text, why it feels that it is Farad, and maybe it use some citations. You tried that?
Is that what we're expecting? Like you're asking a question to distinguish the difference?
Yeah, but I want, did you give the question and answer? Like here you see, in my second example, I have given praying 5 times a day. With an arrow, I gave the answer. Okay? Do it that way, and you see the difference now. Then you give a new question, like giving zakat once a year, it will classify the way you want it to be classified. Yeah. You want me to do it? Okay. See, this is my question, and I have given the answer. Clear? Question and my answer. Fine. Now, I'll put a new question. Now classify the act. This is my new question. This is my new question which I am pasting. Okay. Giving zakat once a year is my question. It has to classify that. See the way it classified? Okay. So then it gives a small explanation. If at all, if you don't do that, the type of answer you get is very descriptive. But I just want to know whether it is farad, sunnah, or haram. Just two line, one word explanation, not the detailed part of it. If it gives detail, I'm fine, but I want one word answer. That's what I'm heading towards. So we have another example here. In this, I'm giving a description and I'm classifying. A detective solves a murder in a small town. What is it? Is it a mystery? It's a murder mystery, right? Then you have a team of heroes saves the world from aliens. It's an action movie. Then which genre it is belonging to? A love story in Paris. It's romance. Fine. Here I have done the classification. Now a group of astronauts traveling to a distant planet. I'm asking what type, which genre it is fitting into. Science fiction, one word, science fiction, yeah, it classified. Otherwise, if you don't do that, it will be very vague type of questions. So, in this, next one, I have 200, but please don't quote me whether it is answering correct or not, but I'm just using this as an example. Fine, I'm just using that as an example so that you can know how to ask the question. It is no way I'm telling that it is an expert Islamic scholar or so. Fine, I'm just giving this for examples. Here you see my question is, I have 200K and gold. As per Hanafi, see here I'm becoming more specific. As per Hanafi, okay, as per Hanafi, I owe zakat. I gave the answer, clear? Now next time I am telling that, here my next question is, I have 300K but no gold. Let me reduce this amount. Let's say 30K, but no gold. As per Shafi, do I owe any zakat? You do not owe. I'm not telling that he's a scholar, he's an expert. That's the way you can ask questions to it. Okay. So you give questions, you give answer, and give a new question. It will give you a proper answer for you. So you see 300K is below Nisab, threshold for zakat in case of Shafi school. If you have no gold or other qualified asset, you don't owe any zakat. So simple answer. Very precise answer. That is one way of giving examples and getting the answers. So in our next, have you guys done? Can I move on to the next one? Yep. In the next one, see again, I have a simple In this, what we are trying to achieve is, I want structured output. The output is important. Here I want the output in a precise way to be given, not the way ChatGPT feels, so that I can copy and paste in my project documents. So here you can specify the format in which you want to get the output. Fine. So the first one, you see it is very vague. Again, write me a recipe for mandi. But in the sense, in the second one, create a well-organized recipe for mandi. Use the following format. Title. I'm giving the title. If you want, you can ask to come up with a title. First, I want to list the ingredients. Second is instruction, how to do it. Third is, I want the tips. So well laid out. What I want the output to be given, I have structured it cleanly. Now, if you ask it, it will give you the output in the structure what you are asking for. The instructions are very clear here. See here, it has taken, see that instructions, then tips, the order in which I have specified, the structure, it is giving you exactly in the structure which I want that. This way you can make use of in your presentation the way you want the structure to come up. You can say, okay, I want the output to be in a tabular format. I want the output to be in a HTML format. So you'll get the ready product in those formats. Fine. So next prompt, we are talking about chain of thought, wherein suppose you have a complex task to be achieved, right? Suppose a complex task will be, I want to go from here to Bangalore. Bangalore is my native city. Fine, it's in India. So you, as a human, you don't think, you know the big goal, but you break down that goal. First, you need to figure out, how will I go from here to the airport? From airport to next airport. Fine. Even in the airport, when you go, you have micro steps to be planned. First, you need to go to the counter, check in your baggages, security, then you go to the, so after you finish, then you are there waiting for your flight, then you go to land, then custom clearance. You see, you break down, even as a human, we think hierarchically. If that same chain of thought to be followed by the LLM, you have to specify the steps, okay? You say, step 1, do this, step 2, do this, step 3, fine. If you can frame those steps, you will get better thinking, better way of getting the answer. If you just put the entire thing as one shot, you may not get the information the way you want. If you are a programmer, if you can break it down into functions, okay, this is what I want to achieve, let's break it down this. You provide the functions. So now the results will be more accurate because you have given the thinking chain of thought, how you're planning to. In this example, I'm telling, write a LinkedIn post for below blog. So I have given a blog, but I want a LinkedIn post to be created for this blog. Come up with one-liner first. Come up with a one-liner hook statement first. Then extract 3 key points from the article. Extract 3, here you are mentioning specifically 3 key points to be picked from the article. Third is, compress each point less than 50 characters. Third is, combine my first step and third step together. First and third step together, and call the action to generate the final output. Now when you give this precise chain of thought, now you see it works modularly and it gives you better answer. See, I'm providing the blog, I'm providing the instruction how it should be done. You get This is another pattern of asking. See here, it has come up with the first one, cut a hair cost without lifting a finger. Then point number 2 and 3, we wanted three things to be spelled out, important things from that. And I want less than 50 characters to be precise. And finally, I want step 1 and step 3 to be combined. Step 1 and step 3 as combined. Then, right, fine. Here, this is another pattern which is chain of thought. You give the way you think. So now it will analyze it better and it will give you the results in a better way. Any questions on this? This is similar to the way human thinks. Have a big goal, break it down into small goals, specify each step, and ask GPT to solve each step separately, then bring all them together. Yeah.
How do we validate on a hallucination or on the resource which is being the biggest debate going on? How to depend on the results?
Say results, they are getting better, but they are not perfect. Okay? It is just a the probability. It is just a probability. It is just gets you the best probable answer, because you are asking a person who has learned everything what is available on the internet, all the books, all the articles, everything. So you have a kid who has learned everything, but he can make mistakes. He's a kid. He's like a parrot. It has learned. Only difference between him and us is we don't have that much knowledge. He has all the knowledge what is available, which is publicly accessed. He can just interpret that in different ways, and now it's called as a generative AI, because it has learned so much. You can mix and match and give you the results from what it has learned. Now they are telling it is mimicking like human. Sometimes my mood is good, I give you one answer, sometimes it is not. So you get a different answer as well. So there is a thing called temperature hyperparameter, which you can set. If you set it to 0, it is mostly you get the highest probable answer it is giving you. But if you want to be creative, you bring it down. Then if you keep it at 8 or something, you will be more creative answers you get for same questions. Suppose you want to write, if you are a writer, you want to give different ideas you want to get, bring up the temperature, you'll get different variations. Means here, the top 3, it will pick one of the top 3 answers. If you give the temperature as 0, it will be mostly it is giving you the similar answer. But whether it is correct or not, no. Even you see most of the LLMs, they say that. Okay, you need to check fact. So more time goes in checking what it has given is correct or not. Fine. But one thing is, it has learned so much, the way it answers, it looks real. Suppose there is no book available. It can create exact image of a book. It can come up with the number of the book, author of the book, everything. So everything is fake. Because it has learned so much, it can come up with a book. And it looks real. So the answer looks real. But if you see version 2 of ChatGPT, it used to give many wrong answers. As they are going, it is getting improved, and they do fine tuning on top of it. What is fine tuning? In the sense, they ask question and they give answer the way we do. They give the questions, they also give the answers. This is where they spend most of their money. Okay? So the companies, they have been just experts doing this. This comes under supervised learning part of it, where they give the question, they give the answer. If at all you see that there is a wrong answer, means they have not corrected it. They correct those answers. So there is no guarantee that it's a correct answer.
Can I share one
Yeah.
personal example?
Uh-huh.
And then we say what went wrong, what could have been done better. So this weekend, I was visiting my brother in Woodbridge
Uh-huh.
with my other brother.
Okay.
So he searched on ChatGPT. He said, "Yeah, you can do that." So, and he believed it, brother B. And this is a real example. My
Mhm.
brother B believed it. My brother A, on the title, he filled it accordingly, filled up the paperwork, everything. He comes back home, drive 1.5 hour. Next day, I asked him, I said, go check some other source. When we check other source, again on ChatGPT and some other source, they pulled up that form and they say, no, you cannot do that.
Mhm.
And then he had to go back again. It cost him 3 hour drive back and forth, and you know,
And
and
you know
I
that
couldn't find out.
one lawyer fought a case and he lost it, and he gave the examples from ChatGPT. Yeah, yeah, and he was being sued big time.
And this is always
Yeah.
last week there was a news one old person he asked ChatGPT to advise him on his medications, right? So he without consulting with the doctor he started using those medicines.
That's what I was telling you. They are using AI doctor. People are believing what it is saying. So they are telling that AI is a doctor now.
Always ask
See,
for a
but
reference, you can always, for example, if you want to say, give me the reference from where
Citations.
you are getting information. It can tell you I'm getting from New York Times. I am getting from Washington Post. It gives you the reference. And if he's asking about the, certain gift, then you can ask him this, I am in United
yeah,
States,
that's
I am in Virginia, I want to look at this. Give me the evidence from where you are getting
Getting
it,
it.
then it will give you.
See.
Otherwise,
that is why I want
it's
you
the
to
random
agree on it
answer.
because I did the research on it.
Hmm.
We gave this in a prompt. In Virginia, tell us, and it gave us a form, SUT number 3. You can search it.
Hmm.
It doesn't say about brother.
Hmm.
You can give it to father and a spouse. That's free. You can gift it. And that form was in the prompt as the attachment. It
Hmm.
tells you the source.
Mhm.
There was no brother mentioned in there, but it said it. And then
So
I
it made up.
asked my
It
brother,
just made up that.
and then we cross-question it. I say, you gave us a wrong information.
Hmm.
He didn't apologize on it.
So, see, it improves your productivity, but you have to cross verify. Clear. Like, for example, I ask for a code sometime, I get it, but I go look at the code before I run it. Who knows, it just sends some emails to somebody. Yeah? Mhm.
All the questions are very valid,
Yes.
but it really brings back to the point we were discussing here. It's proper engineering.
Yeah.
You gotta feed the right data, ask the right questions,
Right questions,
and expect the right answers.
right answers. And sometimes the answers may be wrong because, yeah, see, suppose it get contradictory answers. When it is going and searching the database, it got something correct, something wrong. It has both the information, right? Yeah. You cannot. No, it is not. It is probability. It is just probability, right? It is just giving you what it thinks. Yeah. So from there, you need to make sure that it is correct, but it has improved your. This you can currently you can use him as an assistant who is helping you. Clear? Fine. Because nowadays users. I come from IT background. Users also want to code now. They go put the question, and it was just they have to install. The question was, I want to send an email. Then he calls up and asks, where is the server software I want to install server? He is talking about email server to be installed on his laptop. Okay, so fine. How you ask the questions, right? See here in another one with React, we specify the goal and we also give the constraints. Okay, and constraints, we give the goal, we give the constraints, and we also give the steps. Question, how should I study? Here you see, I need to prepare for the students, I need to prepare for history test on World War II. I have only 1 hour. Constraint is only 1 hour, okay? And I prefer visual summaries, etc. Please think step by step and organize the key topics. So I have only 1 hour is a constraint you are giving, fine. And you are asking it to summarize, how should I study effectively in 1 hour? So it is trying to bring up the things what you can study in 1 hour. So it is, my Wi-Fi is, I see it is there.
Dependency is always internet, chat.
Pardon? Oh, because I asked it to think some.
Maybe he's thinking, right?
Yeah, it is thinking.
No, he will come, sir.
So why thinks actually?
It has put on the editor. Document creation, it is doing it. Okay, till it finishes. Somewhat 5 has come up, it is a bit slower than I feel.
The Wi-Fi is slow, right? And also if it's a free version,
Ah.
sometimes it finishes, right?
Yeah.
So I,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think it's a Wi-Fi.
So did you able to get the answer? Okay.
But I'm using my hotspot.
Ah, okay, fine.
So, yeah.
So you see, it summarized so that it will do it in 1 hour's time.
so in 1 hour, asking to study for causes of World War II, now within given like invasion of Ireland, fall of France, federal vision.
Yeah, it has completed, but it is not displaying the result. So now, my next question is like an accountant. Prepare a cash flow summary for second quarter. Use only operational activity, no investment. So I don't want to see in my cash flow the investment part or financing part. I just want to have operational expenses, etc., to be given. The constraint is not to show the investment and financial part of it. You guys can try. Pardon? Step by step. I didn't give me back anything. It is still hanging for me. Step by step. Okay. You see, my next prompt, you see it is giving inflows, outflows, cash inflow, cash outflow, but it is not considering the investment and finance part of it because we want that to be removed from our cash flow. It is only talking about expenses, operating receipts, customer receipts, supply payment, supplier payment, salary, wages. Fine, it is not. So I will leave some of the examples for you good guys to work out. Now you see next one for travel planning, pack approximately for 5 days trip to Tokyo. weather is mixed, cold and rainy, I'll be walking a lot. Okay, as you mentioned walking a lot, it will bring exactly what type of clothing you need to wear. See, it has even gone and fetched the temperature for 5 days. See, this is a new thing they have added. Earlier it was only because you see there is a cutoff knowledge for LLMs, wherein it, suppose it is get trained till December of last year, it only has the knowledge till December. It doesn't know what's going on today. So the way they have solved this is they have added a tool to the ChatGPT wherein it goes to the internet and fetches those information. Clear? So that is becoming a little bit more like an agentic.
So ChatGPT basically is like, anything which has happened historically, that's what it's going to go through and, give you the data. Anything in future it cannot predict or project.
Yeah, now they have done is it will go and explore the internet and get you the answer. Yeah. Suppose if you ask what is the exchange rate today, currency exchange, it will get it from the internet.
From the internet.
But it doesn't have the knowledge internally, but it is getting it externally. Yeah. It is depending on the external knowledge, like we discussed in our last session, how we can put our own external knowledge. Clear? Using RAG, you can add your own knowledge to that. Fine, you can have your own knowledge. Like suppose you have your company information, you can give that as a separate knowledge to ChatGPT, and you can say that you use your logical thinking, but don't use the data what you learned, but I will give you the data. Answer the question based on my data. That you can use for the companies who want to ask question based on their data set, their HR policies. Okay.
So based on the historical information, it can still predict for future, right? Little bit.
It can.
Like for example, just for the weather.
No, in the sense for now, the way it works is it goes to the internet and fetches it. It doesn't predict. It goes to the internet and fetches that information. Suppose you say today's exchange rate. I want to know what is Indian currency today. What is the exchange rate? It goes and brings that information for you. It doesn't do. For historical, it knows. For the current, yeah, for the current, it goes and take it from the external source.
Exactly.
Yeah, external source. Yeah.
I think last weekend, it was Google Gemini.
Yeah.
Won the gold medal in the IMO, the International Math Olympiad. So that was the first time that an LLM or a AI software
Yeah.
beaten the human beings.
Human beings. Okay.
Within the allotted time, it got the maximum marks.
Mhm.
And it requires a lot of logical thinking and reasoning.
See, it is improving. They are telling coming days and coming months, and again the.
Last year it got silver, so it was second place.
Mm.
It took like 60 hours.
Now they are here. It's coming up like it was going slowly toward PhD level.
This year it did it in 4.5 hours
Mhm.
and got the gold medal.
Yep. So it is improving. It's improving. It's improving. So here we asked, okay, footwear. It is explaining footwear, clothing. You see, it is giving you what is to be back, day pack, how the rain protection, tie, all the information step by step. Okay. I'm skipping some of the questions for the. I think you can do the same thing. So suppose you have a code, you can paste the code and you can ask for to describe the code. If at all you are coming from IT background, you can paste the code and ask, and you say that, okay, troubleshoot this code for me. It will try to find mistakes in the code and it will answer you. Fine. Now next part of it, I'll be discussing about persona, wherein you need to tell at what level that answers should come, right? For example, I think brother was saying that he explained me as a layman, I don't know anything about LLMs, just explain me as a 8-year boy, just so that it will be. Or you can say that I am a scientist, okay, give me in a mathematical way of explanation, clear. In this example, here, he is telling that he is a cab driver. So when you say, like, if you suppose if you are new to DC, the way we explain somebody to visit different places of DC is very different than a cab driver, because he is very much familiar with it. So you see that first one, create a travel itinerary for Washington DC, fine, it doesn't know who is asking. Now next, reframed it, you are telling that I am the cab driver. You see the way the answer comes out is very different, clear? Let's try that. So here it knows that you know every bit of DC, so it gives me very instruction which will be easily understood by a cab driver. See, it is telling Natural History Museum, just that's enough, because he knows the place, Washington, where it is, okay? Aerospace Museum, fine. And it is telling options you have, afternoon 1:30, fine. It is not giving you very detailed explanation how to take, etc. It is giving you based on you know the knowledge of Washington DC, clear, the expert level knowledge it is sharing. So it is here, it is you need to explain the persona. Okay, I am an analyst. Okay, explain me like an analyst. I am a scientist, or I am a businessman. I know, or I am an accountant. Explain me in accounting terminology. Okay, if I am from the investment banking, explain me based on I am an investment banker, based on investment banking terminologies. Okay, not like a generic answers. So it will mold the answers based on the persona of the person. So here you need to mention say now I want to come up with an application as a developer. I want to launch a new product in the market. Clear, here I'm asking LLM to ask me questions. You know that sometimes somebody asks you a question, then it clicks, okay, I left out this part in my discussion. Let me add this. So this is how. Here you are telling, okay, this is I want to come up with new LLM, means AI, generative AI type of application. So now I'm asking, give me the ideas and start asking me questions. When it starts asking a question, you become, in the sense, if at all, you can add features to your applications, what you missed out. Any gaps, you can fill it out. So it is a flipped roles. Instead of we asking question, we are asking ChatGPT to ask questions to us. So it is asking you a question. Do you want financial application to focus on personal finance? Now you see, suppose if you have not thought about it, you can add that in your, okay, now, great. Do you mean you want to focus on the personal finance, corporate finance, or both? Let me say personal finance. Which area of personal finance do you want to be focused? Budgeting, investment, expense tracking, tax planning, let's say expense tracking. Categorize your expenses, get the bank statements, help with logging, yes. See, now it is telling automatically categorizing from statement, manual logs, etc. inside, yes. So it is asking you, in this way I can add features to my product what I am coming up with. Do you want the tab to have budget recommendation and alerts? Do you want the LLM to generate visual reports and charts? Should the app be conversational, like asking questions, etc., or report oriented? I'll say report oriented. See, it's giving me the ideas now. Okay, now, do you want to support multiple accounts and multiple currencies? Yes. Yeah, fine. Should your app also include forecasting? See, all these things now you are getting all the things which you have not thought of it. Okay. So it goes on. So final question, do you want the app to be mobile first or web? I'll call it as mobile first. So with my answer, it came up with the feature of the app. So you can, this is your product, what you want to come up with. Okay. Automatic expense categorization for bank and credit card statements, manual logging, budget recommendation, text-only reports, multiple accounts, multi-currency, forecasting feature, personalized finance tips based on the sending pattern, and mobile first. This is your product. So here you see, we change the role. Instead of we asking questions, we are asking ChatGPT to ask questions. And next part, I think you guys have already used it. You ask a question, you get an answer, then you ask, means you keep asking more questions. In the sense, you keep refining your questions. You might have done all of you, I don't want to delve in that. Means it's not that one time you ask, it is done. Suppose, no, you didn't understand this part, you can say that, and you can ask more refined questions. Okay, this, you guys already have done it, fine. Now, I'll focus on the next one. Suppose you are an accountant or you are not into accounts, but you got, somebody says that, okay, you have to read an IRS document. Okay. Now, you know that reading these IRS documents or diagnosis, how difficult it is. Clear? Here we take one of the IRS document and drop that. Here I am telling that I am giving you, I am providing you a document, okay? Give me tax guidance from this IRS document. And I am also giving the instruction, how does this apply, etc. So now we are clubbing the instructions and we add a file, IRS file to that. I have given you this document. It is there in your download. I am providing this document and I am asking questions based on the document I submitted. It is uploading the document. Once it uploads, we want maybe I have used too much. It's a free account. Or it is upload issue here. Did anybody able to upload it? The file is IRSB 2530. I think it is based on the internet, it's not allowing me. So you can upload the document. Did it? No, what? Internet, yeah. Did you able to do it?
No, I don't have the paid version. I think you have to have the paid version.
No, you can do without. It is available in the free version. You need not have to pay. You have plus sign there.
Oh, just
Yeah, plus sign. Click on that.
and then
File,
photo.
file, M. Then where is the file you downloaded?
Just download it. My downloads. This one.
Yeah, upload that.
Okay.
Did you put the question first?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I haven't put the.
I have put the question.
I
Once
said-
it finishes, let it upload. So it is because of the internet speed. So let it finish the circle. Copy the text. You can copy the text.
If you don't put the question, will it give you the answer just based on the document, like an error?
It will give you the answer, but again it will all be vague answers, right? What it thought.
Oops. So you have reached your.
Limit. Okay. So you guys have reached the limit. Because the file, if you are using the free version, anything to do with the files, it in a sense 1 or 2 it allows you 1 or 2. Then it will put a limit. Then you are otherwise if it is a paid version, it goes through. He hit the limit of questions. Try it out with Claude.
Okay,
Fine. It took it. Okay. How many of you are accounting background? Anybody? Accounting? Accountant? Yeah, okay. Then I have a good thing for you. Create a custom chart of accounts. This I want to do it for my company. Okay, I'm into real estate rental management. Okay, create an chart of account for me. You can try that image part. You need to use plus and load the file. Okay, if at all you have not done it, you can do this way. You can try it at home. You can upload that and you can ask questions on it. Okay, as my chat GPT is not working, I use a different one, Claude. This is a different LLM, Claude AI. Okay, Claude, C-L-A-U-D-E, Claude.ai. You see that it is creating chart of accounts. Ask me how much he charges for this. Ask him how much he charges for this. You see, this is how things are changing. People who are making, I showed you one of the, it got sold for $500,000, one of the art. People who are getting in the job of creative writing and all, I think they should be careful. It can write now like a human. See, it created the complete chart of accounts. Operational account, this is, I mentioned, this is for real estate, for rental business. Rental income, property 1, property 2, expenses, managing the expenses, other expenses, federal income tax, Virginia income. See, how did it know that I am in Virginia? How did it know that I am in Virginia? I didn't say that. Pardon? My history. So the way it works is, it uses the session, and whatever you are doing in the session, with my question, the entire my history is gone with it. Fine, if you start a new session, you lose it. Fine, it has short-term memory. How do we, as human, how do we maintain short-term memories? We write it down in a scratch plan. So it does that. And if you want to remember long, you put it in a notebook. It does that as well. So suppose some of the things that I'm a developer, I live in Virginia, it can put it in the long-term memory, some of the information. Some of the information, it can put it in short-term memory. It can use long-term memory, short-term memory. Then if you go and explore more on the agentic part of AI, it can have how to use the tools, tool usage memory. Then it will also know, suppose you are an expert, how to use that. You have a memory of that. You have experience. Those information also it keeps. Pardon? So if it is a paid version, they have permanent memory as well. They have permanent memory. You can clean up those memory. Fine. If it is a temporary, if it is an unpaid version, whatever you see, let me show that. ChatGPT, you see that all my discussions are there, right? It preserves. So this is my short-term memory, clear? By session, okay? Then within the session, it's a short-term memory. But if you want long-term memory, there are two ways to do it. You can store that externally. You can store it externally, like for example, for company you are doing it, you can store it externally and feed it when you send it. Okay, if you want to keep it long term. And Google is coming up, Big Brain or Brain something, they are coming up with a new tool. Because you see, knowing everything is also not important. Knowing right thing at the right time is important. Okay, that is what Google is coming up. So, because you see one brother comes, I'm talking something else, he's just telling some other information. It's of no use. We want right information at the right time. So that is also getting worked out now. Google is coming up, I think already they have a product. So right information at the right context it brings. It doesn't just bring everything what you know. Just, and again you see there is a window, context window is there. You cannot just push everything. Then you are just putting, sometimes you might have spoken contradictory thing as well, right? So it will confuse. So we need to put what information to be fed at that. So that is another project which they are working on. Yeah, you can do that. If it in a paid version, it is there. You can erase some of the memory. Suppose till now you are working like a developer, now you are doing AI type of a job, okay, and your answer should be AI related job. So you can go and delete that and say that now I am an AI guy, okay. So wish we could have done that. Erase everything what we don't want. No, in the paid service, yeah, you can clear that. In the paid service, you can clear. Yeah.
So if I write one prompt, it comes with the answer. And let's say I'm not happy, I want to refine it.
Yeah.
I refined it, it comes with a little bit more detail. I keep refining until I got the final answer. Right? Can I save all the history of whatever how I refined it?
Yeah, you can keep it. So you can keep it externally as well. So now, you know, which background are you from? Which IT. How do you keep your source code? Similarly, you keep the prompts now. Prompts are like your code now.
No, but can I store the results too?
Yeah, not, if you want, you can store the results, but it will, people are using RAG system to do it currently. That's what I was telling. Google is coming up, something called Big Brain or something, it's a project. But now it's a RAG is a solution, you can keep your knowledge base. Question and answer with you and feed it when you want. Yeah. So the way the RAG works is, you take this information and keep it there, and when you are asking a question, it will find what was similar thing you asked before. It will go fetch that. Suppose you asked about, let's say, you asked about Tesla one time, long time back. That information is there. Now again, after some 1 year back, you want to buy a new one. You already have research on that. You say that, okay, I want to buy this Tesla. Fine, it will go fetch that and feed it with you. So similar thing what you asked in the previous thing, you can get it. So the way it does is, it does a similarity search, not on the keyword, similarity search. Suppose you see, keyword search is I want to wear a t-shirt, right? It will search for the word t-shirts. But in the similarity search, I want to wear comfort dress. It doesn't go with comfort keyword. It goes, okay, t-shirt is a comfort dress, cotton shirt is a comfort dress. It goes search it in that way. Clear? It does a similarity search and brings all your question and answer previously you asked and feed it with this. So automatically you can do that. For that you need to write some programs. That comes under agentic AI. Now, you can also, this is another way you can say, you can open up the Excel sheet. Suppose you are not an expert in Excel, clear? I want to know the formula, I want to do sum of all the shoes, but above particular date. I want this formula to be generated by chat. Clear, you can give your sample data, you can fake data and give it, okay? To, let's see my chat GPT works, or I will use something else. Still it is hanging. Okay, it has hit the limit. Let me use Claude. So I'm giving the sample question, and also I can ask the question, sum of sales, sum of shoes before this day. Write me a formula. See, this is your formula, Excel formula. You may suppose you don't know how to use Excel, you give the sample data, you ask the question and ask it to write the formula for you. Okay. Hope you guys are okay, able to get the class, or is it boring? Are we on track?
Very good.
Yeah, good. So here in the prompt we want to see an alternative perspective. Everybody says that tariff is bad. Let's see another opinion of that. See, now it is constructing, it is going to the internet since. And it will also give you a balanced opinion for you. Okay, some people say it is good, some people say it's bad. What is your balanced opinion? Because tariff is good and bad. That's the reason some countries want bigger tariff, some people don't want. And it is good and bad. It is up to the countries to decide. And it gives you, suppose if you want to protect an industry, yeah, then have higher tariff on that. A different perspective of seeing things. You can use it for your personal thing. I'm working, I think you guys have already used, I don't want to spend on this. You won't have a kitchen remodeling project, give a planner, it will give the whole planner for you. What devices you need to buy from Home Depot, what all things you need to have, how do you plan, all the complete 360-degree will be spelled out to plan. And you might have already used, because I have houses, some things are the other breaks. You ask, okay, this is a problem, it will give you some diagnosis. You take it, or you do some more research on that. Now, you see, Claude has gone to It's a computer vision, wherein, you know the difference between text and an image, right? Text, you, the computers can understand the text. Even ChatGPT, all these LLMs, they know text. When you now you see you can talk as well, speech. The speech is converted to text, and text is what gets fed. They don't understand the images, right? Images, when we put the images, then it need to have, like a human, it needs to understand the image. Like suppose if I present a chart, okay, so it should understand the bar graph, and it has to come up with all those understanding. Like a human, it should be able to understand a PDF document. Now if you see this example, already I think some people have already done this. I have taken a picture from Amazon. So this is a picture, it is not a text document. Clear? I will say I'm taking a snapshot, screenshot of this document, feeding this document to Claude. And I'm asking, get me textual information in tabular format. So it is using computer vision, AI vision or computer vision. You see it has read and like a human, and it has created a tabular information of that. Now you can feed that and do analysis. It has taken that picture and converted into tabular way, textual way. Now you can use this textual to do data analysis on this.
But you did copy and pasted the text.
Image. Image.
Beneath the image, you had those, measurement or whatever that
Yeah.
picture was. So
Yeah, it read it
Yeah.
and it converted into
so what
text.
if you just pasted the picture?
Picture, it will just recognize. It will recognize the picture. Yeah, but here I have fed the screenshot had that price description, because I can feed this information into my data warehouse and analyze the data.
Like for example, there once we get a bank statement, credit card statement, you can just
How do you get this bank statement? Like as an accountant, you get it as picture or the photocopy. Take the photocopy, feed it in, and get the textual information, load it in.
No, yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is that if you would have just pasted the picture, because in bank statement you have deposits and withdrawals and
Yeah.
fees and all that. Yeah, based on that, it's reading it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, this is a deposit.
This is a deposit, this is a withdrawal.
This is a
Yeah,
withdrawal, and this
yeah, and now you can do total.
yeah, exactly.
You can copy to Excel and do the total. Otherwise, how you are done? You could have used a calculator to do that, right? Yeah. Yeah, and I can feed that into my, like suppose when I was doing in Middle East, I was working for a financial exchange. We used to get a lot of statements. Imagine all of them, we had to scan it, and somebody, there was a full-time job to take this and feed it into computer. Is full-time. Two guys, their job is to just feed this. Now you see, you have this information. I can take this information, put it into my database, and I can do the analysis. Clear? If you are an IT background, yeah.
How safe it is to upload to our own data?
A privacy thing, yeah. So now you see for that, now the new trend is local LLMs are available.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, local LLMs. Within the company's firewall, you can have.
Putting your own bank statement.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Yeah. So you have Olama, like Claude is one of the model. Olama, you can download. I had on my machine running. Okay. Smaller. LLM are the large language model. SLM are small language model. You can even run it on your laptop. Yeah. And even they are going up to the cell phones now. You can run it locally on your cell phones. That's coming up.
Any like.
The new trend is to make it local. See, this all we are sending it as an API call to Google or OpenAI, some companies, this information. They are storing this information, right? So if you don't want that to happen, then you can have it local. You can have it local.
And the one it shows
Mhm.
Is it like any form you can download like in Excel
Yes.
or maybe
This,
CSV
I can convert this into CSV. That's what I was telling you. It's the same exercise I was telling. Like I was working at an Gulf Exchange, or in Middle East. We used to get all this bank statement. There were 2 or 3 guys. Full-time job was to feed this. Now I can do this and put it in because OCR was there. Even old OCR was there. OCR is the by character uptake, but it is not that accurate. It never used to give you the correct results, but now it is more accurate. It is, that's why they call it as a vision, a computer vision. It is much better. Even if you take a picture of a chart, bar chart, you can give it, you can convert that into tabular fashion. Okay, so it is able to look like a human's eyes and interpret things. So this particular, compared to Chat GPT, Claude is much better doing this. So each one of them have their own speciality. Yeah.
Question on this comment. So, LLM and SLM,
Uh-huh.
would they be merged or local LLM?
Yeah.
Or they are interchangeable? Local LLM
No,
and SLM.
SLMs are small language model because you see the LLMs are working, their parameters is in trillions. Okay. Yeah, and they need bigger machines to run. SLMs are smaller. They are like 70 billion parameters. They are in trillions. Let's say they are 70 billion parameters. Okay. So because their size is less, you can run it in a smaller machines.
They run parallel? They both
No, this is for if you want to have specific problems to be solved, right? Not because they are trying to solve many generic problems. Here you can solve your company's problem. Okay, you don't require a big model to solve it. Sometimes you might have seen in Chat GPT, anybody use paid version of Chat GPT, paid version? So there you see in Chat GPT, you can select the model. Mini is there, mini.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Where there's
Okay.
IO 4, 4.3.
4.3. The mini costs you less. If you guys are using mini, costs you less. It is a smaller model. Okay, smaller model. You see the pricing. That you'll only come to know if you are using like an API call. If you are using API call, if you are making API call, you need to specify which model you are calling. If you see the pricing on Chat GPT, for mini it is less. Mini, turbo, then you have full version that it is expensive. Then you have O1 models. O1 are the thinking models. They think, they analyze. Like suppose you are data analyst and you are doing complex math, then you use O1 models. O1 models are thinking model. They take time. Sometimes they take 20, let's say 5 minutes, analyze the whole thing. Then they come up with the report. Like research reports, suppose your job is to develop research reports, etc. Then you use O1 models. If your small work is there, you use mini. If you have a complex work, you use LLM. If you have a research type of work, then you use O1 models. Yeah.
I mean, I know we are almost at the end. I'm sorry I came late. I just have a question of usability and things I realized.
Yeah.
I mean, we hear about robotic processing, automation with government, and and AI. I'm trying to understand how those two go together. At least cybersecurity and coming up, RPA and agentic. So trying to understand the usability. I heard like LLM, SLM, and then I hear a lot about NPL. So all these acronyms.
Okay.
With this AI coming to me,
Mm-hmm.
like how does it work?
Okay. Yeah, how it works. Okay, you gave some of the things like Chat GPT, LLM. So in case of LLM, you are asking question, you are getting answers, and you are doing the work. You are taking the thing, like suppose you ask for write me a code. It gives you the code, but you need to copy the code and run it, right? And suppose you ask a question about the steps, how do I go? I need to book a ticket. It will tell you the steps, but it is not booking the ticket for you. So if you want to book the ticket, then you use agentic AI. So it has tools. agentic AI. The way it differs is, because now I think I can take some theoretical part, we are coming to end. I think you can continue this document. I think I covered most of it. You guys can understand the pattern of what I am doing. You guys can do the rest. Fine. So I can spend some time with your questions. So in the agentic world, the way it happens is, the results are being taken by another person and it does the work and give you the result. Suppose I say, send an email to my friend. For example, your name is Muhammad. Fine, it sends the mail. It doesn't give me the draft of the email. That's the difference. Okay. How does it work? Already I have put in my system contacts. Your email address has been given. Muhammad email is there. When I say send a mail to Muhammad, subject is I want to discuss about AI with him. Okay. Tomorrow 8 o'clock. It will get his email from my database, frames an email, and goes to Google Calendar, books the event, and send a mail to him and me that your event is booked. That is agentic. You got the point? Here you get the result, how to do it. Here the work is being done. Okay? Pardon? Yeah, it will, if I am busy at 1 o'clock, it says that it will read my calendar, it will say I'm busy. If it is available, it books it. So that is agentic. That is the agentic AI. Okay. So there are two parts we are doing. I think we are doing a course on that. That's the course we are working on. There are two. One is no code is available, and with code. You can use Python to do it, or you can do with no code as well. You can do it. Okay, that is agentic part of it. You mentioned about NLS, natural language. Okay, these are all natural. They understand like a human. Imagine before when you call up, for example, customer support, half of the time our accent they don't understand. Now you see it is much better if they are using AI, it understands you, right? So it understands your different pronunciation, right? So they are very good in understanding. That is natural language. Yeah. Yeah. So here I am only to talk about. Okay. Yes.
And those in the Silicon Valley, big corporations and retail should be held accountable.
Yes.
Otherwise, tomorrow it's going to be very dangerous. This is not about intelligence. This is about ignorance.
Correct. I get your point. See, yeah, what I'm talking here, motivating you so that you can increase your productivity. There is another angle to that.
Another class with you on that.
So there is another part of it. Yeah, definitely you have all our information, right? Yeah. So see, there are good and bad. Now you see the good part of it, in China already there is no private, all those stuff. You see, suppose the good part, I asked you how you guys are doing, because some of the faces I'm looking at you, seeing whether we are getting it or not. Suppose there was a camera fitted with all of your faces, which is happening already, all of your faces, and I go there and I see this part is not getting it. This guy is somewhat lost, he doesn't get it. So I can come to him, talk to him, and improve. So the teachers can use that part. Clear? Suppose they can read your face and they can say that whether you are getting it. The way I'm explaining, I need to change. Okay, that is a good part of AI, but there are again bad part of it as well. Yeah.
So let's say I work in IT industry.
Yeah.
I want to solve the problem for my own company, but I don't want to go to ChatGPT. Can I buy LLM?
You can do that. That's what Olama. Olama, you can install Olama. Suppose if you have what type of, you have CPU machines, right? I think your son might have GPU machines to play games and all. If it's a GPU machine, it will be much faster if it is a GPU. Because these machines, they use inside, it is all math. It is mainly they are using matrix multiplication. lot of matrix multiplication. Fine. For the matrix multiplication, linear algebra, the calculus, all these things, GPUs are good, not CPUs. GPUs are good.
Can I, let's say I have 10 developers working for me. Can I install the LLM and then
Yeah, you can. I told you it is running on my laptop.
No, but can I install the server?
Yeah, you can use. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. So you can cut off the world and you can just use that. And if you have money, you can even fine tune it on your own. Yeah, you can do it. Yes. Yeah, I think we are coming to it.
Jazakallah. Thank you so much, everybody. Like to say thank you, brother Ajaz, mashallah. Yeah. Last time. No. I think we are Muslim. We should prefer to say Jazakallah, mashallah, give a dua instead of clapping. He deserves a lot more than that. So, mashallah, last time he presented for 4 hours that workshop. And not a single time he wanted me to promote his business name. I always ask him to say your business name. He did not say a single time. And again, for community purposes, not for his business promotion. If anybody, any one of you really want to learn more, he is already running a class. I'm also taking his class. I'm in IT too. His class is Saturday and Sunday. Please contact him after this because of the prayer time. Otherwise, we could continue this, inshallah. And I think that's his, those students are in this session going on the side. You see that? That's where his students are already live listening to all this, inshallah. We also have a recording of all this. And again, he has some course. I would really encourage you guys to take this class. Believe me, I don't see a gloomy picture. Once this AI is in the market, we're going to lose a lot of jobs. You better be equipped with this, I'm telling you. I've seen 2 slums in America, so better learn this AI. Not to be afraid, but get ready for it, inshallah. Again, Brother Jaz, thank you so much, inshallah. And we'll keep offering more and more courses. Another brother was sitting with me from Main Center, and he was so impressed to see it. He said, bring Brother Jaz in a Main Center. I said, you bring your people here, from Main Center. See, he's from Sully, my brother Tanveer.
I want to invite you for Sunny for whatever the class.
Yeah, inshallah. Inshallah. So feel free to see him after the prayer, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you so much for coming. Keep coming more, so we can offer more programs, inshallah. Jazakallah.
What we are doing, let us know. We can come up at least once a month, this type of, we can pick a topic on AI and come up next. I think I'm planning to do based on the thing is how we can take a complex topic and discuss on that. Okay, that will be the next. If you guys are interested, we can do that. And if you want to give the feedback, it's there on razsystems.com. Just give the feedback, whatever you learned from this, how we can improve.
The comment is volunteer. You have to get the Muslim community.
Yeah.